Simetrik here. You're on this or that hip-hop show, Phoenix FM, and when it comes to Aus Hip-Hop artists, there is little with a following as large as this guy, the Pale Rider, guy with the silver tongue, SBS member that hails from the West, who's been misunderstood since Culture of the Kings 3, and's got beef with every killer because every sentence is death. Drapht, welcome to the show.
Whoa, that intro was amazing.
Yes.
Pale Rider.
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable. I appreciate all of that.
Not a problem, man. You've got to make the effort every now and then, and we are very happy to have you on the show, especially when with so much to talk about at the moment. Album just dropped.
Yes, last Friday.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah, no, I'm stoked. It's something that me and Charles have been working on the last year, so it's good to finally have it out and be able to soak it all up.
Yeah, well, you've been able to at least get a bit of feedback and a feel, I suppose, as you've had Rapunzel out and singing doing the radio rounds for a little bit now.
Yeah.
How'd you go with the last tour when you toured Rapunzel? Was it all good then?
Yeah, it was great. You know, it was sort of a track that was a little bit different to body of work that I'd been working on for the last sort of 10 years, I think now. So there was a little bit of criticism, but overall, it was like a pretty overwhelming sort of bunch of feedback that I got from Rapunzel. And that song is just, gone gangbusters now, so it's one of those tracks that's just so easy to do live, and so heaps of people came to the show, and they were a massive success, so now it's great.
Yeah, for sure. And with the album that we're talking about, it's just been released, The Life of Riley, the track Down, second one in, it's a pretty personal topics going throughout that song. Do you feel being the fourth album that you've built a rapport with your fans, making it the right time to release a track like this one?
No, not really. I think more so because I wrote this song particularly for Brothers Grimm, and it just made the cut for this record. Well, it didn't make the cut last record because it just didn't really marry up with the production that I had, and so this was probably another Falling for me because it was written around the same time as Falling.
Okay.
So yeah, it was definitely from the Brothers Grimm era, but I suppose it's, since Brothers Grimm, I've really sort of tried to keep it as personal and honest as possible as well, because I really think that people sort of reflect from honesty more so than anything else, and sort of adapt to it more so than anything else as well.
Yeah. That was actually my next question was going to be, because obviously a feel of a beat can really dictate the writing topics. Do you find that you go through a lot of beats to try and marry up the perfect one, or do you work pretty much off the beat that you're given there, and then if you're really feeling it, you'll write to it?
Yeah, especially like I'll write to a beat, and then when it comes to the recording process, I'll find out if it really works or not. And probably about 80% of this record was over different beats that you hear it over until, I'd go in recording it, wasn't really happy with it, and then I'd hit Charles up to get some more beats and sort of do a tester over a bunch of other stuff and sort of marry it up, get it as perfect as possible. So that's probably why it took so long for this record, because I pretty much recorded each track 3 different times over 3 different beats.
Yeah. So did you do a lot of the final recording work with Charles in Adelaide, or is it all sort of correspondence?
No, I record all my stuff, the last 4 records in my home studio in Perth. So it's just like a matter of myself going over to Adelaide and staying with Charles and sort of making beats together and taking them and recording in my home studio, and we sort of worked out a formula, and it's a good formula that I find pretty easy to do. It's just really hard for me to record myself now because I literally have to press record and run to the booth and do a verse and then, come back to the computer and stop it, and have to do that for a whole record. It's pretty painstaking process.
I reckon. Surely you can't hire some lackey to come in and just press record?
I can. And I got Disaster, not that he's a lackey, but I got Baz in to help me with a few of the tracks, and I don't know, I just wasn't as comfortable as doing it myself, and I sort of put a lot of time into my verses and want to get them, exactly how I sort of perceive them to be, and I don't want to waste his time. So at the end of the day, it's more just me being anal as fuck, I suppose.
This song, The Paul, The Dan, which is, you know, back and forth with Trials, did you guys record that one together and there and then at the spot?
Yeah, we did. We wrote that while I was in Adelaide staying with Trials, and recorded it up at Flashy's studio in the hills, and that was hilarious recording that. Trials is one of the, you know, he's a funny bastard.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the funniest people I've met in my life, and you know that it shows in that song. It's just hilarious.
Exactly. It was pretty funny to me because I actually met Trials one time at one of his gigs and had a beer with him, and it was around the period of Brothers Grimm was coming out, and I can't remember, but I feel like there was a reason why it was held back a little bit, Brothers Grimm, and I asked him there and then on the spot, and he pretty much just gave me the answer that me and Drapht in the studio, that's what happened. So hearing that song kind of made me reflect on what it possibly would be like with you two in the studio.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely yin-yang, you know. We like different music, but then when you place us both in the studio, we just get along so well, and it's like I don't even have to tell him what I want. He just sort of reads my mind and just gets the job done at the end of it. So, you know, I probably got a formula now that I wouldn't be able to work with anyone else just because we work so well together.
For sure. Other features on the album include Mantra, Earth Boy, and Infa, Mr. No Fixer Bode, originally from 1200 Techniques fame on the song Bali Party. I haven't really heard much of him for a while since the Brainwash EP. I don't know if he's been doing too much, but how did this song and where did this all come about?
Well, Infa's a Perth lad originally, and I bumped into Infa over New Year's at an Arrested Development show, and you know, I was pretty much in the final process of the mixing stage for the record, and he wanted to come around and just hear some stuff, and we wrote this track on the spot, and it just made the record within, you know, 3 days of shipping it out to mastering. So it was a real last minute track, and because Infa's been in London and he's just working on his solo stuff, but you know, he's a pretty creative dude. Definitely, I think he's got like three records that he's working on at the moment, so he'll definitely have something released in the next sort of 3 to 6 months, that's for sure.
Oh, excellent. Now, you're on the Groove and the Moo lineup, so very exciting for the Bendigo fans to be able to have you back in the township. How excited are you to be on such a massive tour?
Oh, I can't wait, especially with the lineup, you know, and Listeners on the lineup, and then Horror Show on the lineup also, but with me playing after House of Pain, that's just crazy for me because obviously, you know, it's, you know, that group sort of moulded a lot of the music that I make at the moment, and it's just going to be crazy. You know, I'd never dreamed to be on the same stage as House of Pain, let alone after them. You know, it's just, you know, still blows me away thinking about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is sort of the first festival I'll be touring with nationally, so it's, you know, it's going to be a massive party.
Yeah, and when it comes to your live shows, 4th album, you've got such a massive back catalogue of songs. Does it become pretty hard to choose what ones you're going to go for?
Yeah, sort of. I just don't touch anything off Rider, and I think that pisses a lot of the old fans off, but I just can't do it. I just can't do any of those songs. I couldn't even listen to that record. If someone put it on, I'd run as fast as I could out of the room. I know. I can hear in your voice that you'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
I just can't. It's just one of those things, you know. I've grown as a person, and I've grown as an artist, and it just doesn't reflect the character I am at the moment, you know.
Of course. No, it's very understandable.
Yeah, but I still do a few songs off For My.
Yeah.
But people need to sort of consider that I've been doing these songs for the last 8 years, you know, so I get pretty sick of them.
Yeah. Good reason to drive more material out of yourself, I guess.
Exactly. But I'm really looking forward to getting out and doing the songs off the last variety.
And another thing I want to ask you about, I'm not going to dwell too much, obviously you've changed labels over here, you've got your own one now, AMs. With that, is that going to be something for you just to vehicle your own work, or are you looking to expand and bring other artists on?
It's definitely just just to push my own music, for the next couple of years and concentrate on another record first, and then just see what happens in the future. There's, it's not me going out looking at other groups and trying to push other people's music just yet. But I'm definitely open to sort of that avenue down the track a little bit. But at the moment, it's just a vehicle for my own music.
Yeah, cool. That's all good. One last question I'm just going to hit you up with. This is something I ask all the artists, which really will put you on the spot. I'm just warning you now. But if you were to create a posse track with any artist you wanted, dead or alive, choose 5. Who would you have?
Dead or alive? Well, that'd be a pretty shit question, pretty shit answer. But I'm really happy with the sort of people I've had on this record, like Mantra and Earthboy are 2 of my favourite MCs, as are, Funkore's being one of my favourite groups as well, so I'm stoked with the guests on this record. But dead or alive, I don't know, you probably just want to pick all the crew that are dead. Yeah. Because you won't be able to get to use them again, I suppose. Yeah, that's it. It has to be Eazy-E, Biggie Smalls, Big L, Tupac. Yeah. Just everyone else, just bring all the dead guys back, I suppose. That's it.
That's cool. Excellent. Thanks heaps for your time today, Drapht. And exciting news for everyone in Bendigo that you're going to be on the road. And it's also great that you've got the new album out there.
Great. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.